What's going on, everybody? Wilson here, Spiritual Hype Man. So happy you are back. And now let's continue with episode number 2.
Kid for a couple more years, and
Was it a struggle? Like, I don't want to say struggle, but was it, I guess, emotionally a struggle for your, like, having your first kid, and then all the dynamics that were happening around you?
Yeah, because I wanted to be a better parent than my parents were,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted to love and care for them, and I wanted to be there for them. But I had this thing where I couldn't, like I had this, and then my anger got pretty bad. It was a vulnerable part, man. Like, my anger got pretty bad. I was pretty violent. I hit Brittany's dad. Got in a lot of fights. Would go to bars. I was doing a lot of stupid shit. I was doing drugs and
So this is another reference to, like, it's just cyclical, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's things that, like, we do as, like, a society, as people, that we do because we saw, and we continue to do until you get to these moments where you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
And so this was the first year of, like, having the baby? Or?
Yeah. So I get pretty violent, man. And Brittany's like, hey, listen, you need to go to anger management.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm not leaving you, but I'm going to leave you if you don't get help.
Yeah.
She was like, but you can't live with me and my parents anymore. You need to go get a place, and I'm not going to live with you until you finish anger management. So I went and I did this anger management course, and it was like, 4 weeks. I was like, hey, I did it. She's like, no. You need help, bro. Like, you're crazy.
Yeah, right.
So I went to another place, and it was like a 4-week program again. She's like, no, you need something. So I found this like 13-week program, and it was 3 days a week. It was called Celebrate Recovery, and it was Christian based, and I probably got the most out of that. And Brittany could see a little bit of change. So she was, here we are, now we're like, 4 months not living with each other. And then she's like, I see some change, but I'm just not ready for it yet, yada, yada, yada. So, I'm upset. So I'm like, man, I can't afford this apartment by myself. And I'm giving her money to, like, feed the kids and stuff like that. And, I was just broke, bro. I was working at 2 minutes in a truck, like moving people's homes and stuff. I didn't have a lot of money. And she was like, hey, you gotta find a way to make it work, because I'm not coming there. So I was like, I want to get a roommate.
Yeah.
So I got a roommate, and then me and that roommate signed another 6-month lease, and I was just prepared. So I was kind of living like half bachelor, and then Brittany was like, no, you don't get to do, like, be wild, bro.
Yeah.
So Brittany started coming over, and she would stay the night, like a couple nights, and like, I'll be honest, she was making sure that I was taken care of so that, I wouldn't go out and be stupid and shit.
Right.
So, and I appreciate her for that, but, it took about a year of, like, complete separation, and then, she came back, she's like, I'm seeing some change. She was like, I'll move back with you, but you need to go buy a house. And in my head, I'm thinking, bro, like, you know how hard that is?
Yeah.
I'm like, no one in my family has ever bought a house before.
Yeah.
So.
And then were you also thinking, like, are you just trying to get a house from me?
Yeah.
Was that the other part?
Yeah, but
like
her family's pretty wealthy. So,
Yeah,
like,
okay.
whatever house I was about to buy was not going to be like her
Okay.
family. It was going to
Got
be,
it.
like, not good. So, I go get pre-approved. They're like, man, this is in 2013. She's like, I go get pre-approved, and they're like, you can afford $108,000.
Yeah.
And
This is in 2018?
Yeah, I couldn't find nothing in Nashville.
Yeah.
But like 45 minutes outside of Nashville, there's this town called Gallatin, Tennessee. It was voted nicest place in the world.
Wow. Shout out to Gallatin.
And,
if you're listening.
Yeah, there's this little A-frame house, yellow wraparound porch, bro. Cute house. And they wanted $118,000. We got a really good real estate agent, and she negotiated it to 108 for us. So I was at the max of my budget, and they accepted the offer. We ended up getting the house.
Nice.
I move in this neighborhood. I have a joint in my mouth. I'm like moving in my stuff. This guy comes across the street. He's like, hey, my name's Eric Agnos. And he's like, I got a Bible study every Wednesday. I'd love to have you. He's like, also, don't worry about dinner tonight. We got you guys pizza.
What?
And I'm like, dude, this is weird. Get away from me. Like, I'm not used to people being this awesome.
Wait, what are you, some sort of serial killer?
Yeah. And then the next neighbor comes out. He's like, hey, my name's John Mike. I'm youth pastor up here at Hendersonville Church of Christ. Love to get with you. Another guy comes out. Hey, my name's Ed. I'm up here at Freedom Church. Love to have you. Next guy comes out. He's like, hey, man, my name is Joe. I go to whatever church. And then
damn, church recruitment, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, God,
it's like college, dude. What do you sign off for?
And then
That's
and
funny.
then I have this joint. I have out this other my next next door neighbor in this cul-de-sac comes out. She goes, "Hey, my name's Heather. I'm the head of Tennessee DEA," and I'm like,
Oh, that's funny.
I'm selling weed to help me make my mortgage payment. Yeah. And this DEA agent living right next to me. I'm like, oh no, dude.
That's crazy.
So Eric,
what a life, bro. What a story. What a story.
So Eric goes, "Hey man, a couple days go by. I'm sitting on the porch and I'm just like, I'm stoked to have a house, but like I'm going through some stuff mentally. I'm smoking a joint on the front porch. Eric comes over and I'm like, see him walking, so I get ready to flick it. He walks over and grabs it, hands it back to me. He's like, "Dude, you don't have to change for me. You don't have to hide this stuff." He's like, "I'm just over here reading my Bible, man, and I can hear you over here like talking to yourself." And he's like, "Just want to come over and talk to you." This dude was so nice, man. I couldn't get it. So he's like, "Man, listen, we got this Bible study on Wednesday." He's like, "I just really wish you would come. I just felt like I needed to come talk to you." I don't know what made me open up to that dude, but I opened up to him about suicide in the Navy, and there was another suicide attempt right before I bought this house.
Oh shit!
Damn,
Steve.
And I was really battling it, and I opened up to him, and he's like, "Yeah, you got to come to this Bible study."
He said, "Yeah, you fit the description, guy. You're coming to the Bible study."
So I go to the Bible study, and it's these dudes that are in a barn. Everyone's either a military or a police officer, and then there's Eric, who is like the manager of the UPS store. And we sit there. This guy John, the owner of the barn, gets us he makes me some barbecue chicken.
Okay.
Best chicken I ever had in my life.
Nice.
I was like, I'm coming back just for the good food.
Yeah.
I come back and I'm so excited. I'm like, Brittany, I think I want to like get into church. And she wasn't a believer either. She's like, all right, whatever, dude. Cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, you want to go to church with me on Sunday? She's like, absolutely not, but have fun.
Yes,
Whatever's gonna make you better.
Yeah.
So fast forward a year, me and Eric are great friends. We're hanging out every single day. We're playing like Mario Kart on like Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Like, dude, and I'm like, and he's like just teaching me about love all the time.
Yeah.
And so I start opening up and telling my story. He's like, "Bro, you need to write a book." And I'm like, "Nah, nobody wants to hear that."
Yeah.
And so year goes by, and I go, "Hey, I want to get baptized." And he's like, "Can I baptize you?"
Wow.
And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So
it's big, right?
Takes me to a church, Long Hollow Church in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Baptizes me, and he's my best friend now. He actually lives in Florida with us now.
Does he?
Yeah.
Nice.
And he's their kid's godparent, so we got extremely close.
Nice.
And we've been.
He lives out here?
Yep.
Cool.
And so.
Did he make the move when you guys moved, or?
He moved a year after we moved.
Oh wow! And were you
here.
part of the influence there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
I am the influence. I am why he lives in Florida.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is going back. It's like him taking that and then taking you in for the year, and really like, look, I feel like for a year, if you're spending time with someone that talks about love, right?
Yeah.
Or talks about positivity or something that like brings joy to your life for a whole year, that's gonna make a huge influence.
Yeah.
And that like. That's just the point. I feel like if you're missing something, like you were saying before, who do you surround yourself around to get the thing that you're missing,
right,
to get you to where you want to get to?
So in this year, I'm working out again.
Yeah.
So I'm getting healthier. So I'm getting in shape. I'm loving Brittany more.
Yeah.
My relationship's getting better. I start my own distribution company. I buy a bread route and a chip route.
Very cool.
I'm able to employ other people.
Yeah.
And I'm start being this independent business owner while I'm going to law school.
Wow.
And I dropped out of law school, just to be clear.
I didn't go. I almost went, but didn't go.
While going to law school, and I got a part-time job at night so I can learn Gallatin a little bit better. Okay. Driving for Pizza Hut. Okay. And like learning the area pretty good.
Wow. Okay.
And I made awesome tips.
You made dough.
I was like, all right, cool. Literally made dough.
That's right.
So I leave there, and everything's going good for that year. Brittany comes to me like a week after I get baptized. She goes, I want to start going to church with you. I see this change in you, and I want that.
Whoa.
For our family.
Very cool.
And then I open up to her about why I was such a bad dad at the very beginning for Alec.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like at that moment I could tell her everything.
Yeah.
Because now we're equally yoked. We both have this chase. And so she was scared. She was like, I don't know if we can have any more kids because I don't want you to hurt the kid.
Right.
And I was like, I don't think I would ever hurt them. I just can't be around them. So the next kid, I tried everything. And even though like mentally it would like put me in bad places every time they cried, I would just hold the kid until I would like almost like exposure therapy.
Exposure therapy, yeah.
Like just sitting
Hold
there
the snake.
And
In this case, a baby.
And I spent way more time. Like and this kid, I probably spent just as much time with this kid that Brittany spent with the other kids.
Okay.
And it was amazing. And
how many kids do you have now?
We have 4.
4. God damn.
Yeah.
You went from 1 to I don't know to
1
4.
to 4, yeah.
Jeez, dude.
So
That's funny.
real quick, crazy visual that I had. I woke up. It was December 24th. It was Christmas Eve, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I wake up. I had this crazy dream. I'm like, Brittany. I'm like shaking her. Brittany, I just had a dream. God told me you were pregnant. She was like, dude, chill out. You're not a prophet. Chill out.
Chill out, Quasimodo.
And I'm like, dude. I grabbed my jacket.
Yeah.
I grabbed some shoes, and I hop in my truck, and I head to Walmart. 4 o'clock in the morning, back when Walmart was 24 hours. I'm like, I go up to the pregnancy aisle, swoosh, every one of them, different brands.
Yeah.
And then on my way out, I remember passing, I seen one that said Equate, and I was like, if the cheap brand says she's pregnant, she's definitely pregnant. So I put that in there. I get there, I dump all my stuff, and then I realize I'm in traditional Walmart uniform, bro. Jacket, no shirt. I'm in my boxers.
It's
and
traditional Walmart uniform.
And boots, getting 30 pregnancy tests. I get home, it's like 3:45. I'm like, Brittany, wake up. You gotta pee. And she's like, you are nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, she wakes up and pees.
Yeah.
Pregnant.
What?
And then I looked at her and I said, he said it's a boy too.
So
we had our second.
That's crazy.
So when we found that out, like then she started to believe my dream, and I was like, it could have just been a dream, it could have been a vision, could have been a prophecy, I don't know, but that's a crazy
But
story.
it happened.
Yeah, it happened.
Because you went to Walmart and grabbed that and she peed in the stick and it was
and it was right.
That's crazy, bro.
So for the next 6 years,
have you had any other things like that? Dreams?
Yeah, I have had one other dream like that. I forgot. I'll probably remember it in a minute.
Okay.
But I have had one other vision that came true. Actually, it was just recent. I went to Africa and I went on a hunt and I wanted to get this wildebeest. And like the first day, dude, I'm like firearms instructor, military dude. I have over 100 guns. I'm like, this goes to show that no matter how well trained you are, mistakes happen. Yeah. I get out of the truck and he has this sling on his gun. And I get mad and I like sling it off. When I sling it off, my finger just taps the trigger. Boom! And it shoots the ground. Luckily, I have enough gun safety to have it pointed at the ground.
Yeah.
And I just look up and there's this golden wildebeest, and the golden wildebeest just takes off. The sun is just rising and it's like hitting the back, and it's the most majestic animal. But this is one of the animals that I wanted to get. Yeah. A blue, black, golden, and king wildebeest. But this one was majestic. Yeah. Like this one, I wanted this specific one. Yeah. And so I told the guy on the trip I wanted to get it. 2 weeks go by, I got everything but him. And last day they have this thing called the fine program. So like every time you mess up, they make you drink a shot of like South African brandy. Okay. And I'm not a drinker, but I wanted to jump in their tradition. Yeah, right. So I had probably 10 shots because I messed up a lot on this trip. And he's like, mate, he's like, I'm so sorry you didn't get that golden wildebeest. I said, listen, brother, I'm gonna come back, even if it's not the hunt. I love South Africa. We'll come visit and just stay on the property. I love it here. Yeah. And he's like, mate, we love that. You guys have become like family. You're our favorite group we've ever had. And I'm like, you're just saying that. Yeah. And he's like, no, dude, for real. And we still keep up texting every single day since this trip. But that night, I had a dream that, like, I seen him. Like, I seen the wildebeest and I got him. So at breakfast, I don't even tell anybody about it. But I'm sitting there eating. Roland looks across the table and goes, mate, we got 3 hours before the plane gets here. We can go hunt for 2 hours and then come back and get your stuff ready. Do you want to do it? And I go, I had a dream last night that I got him. He goes, let's go. So we go out there. Hour 45 minutes goes down. Cannot find this dude. There's 120,000 acres out there. Can't find this dude. But like they stay in this like 14,000 acre section, which is still huge. Yeah, still 14,000. So we're like circling, can't see it. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. We'll be back. We'll be back. he grabs me.
Yeah.
Stephen,
Yeah.
he's right there. And I look, and I can't shoot him, bro. I'm looking through the scope. The sun is hitting him, and he's like just glistening in gold behind him, just like in my dream. And he's like, shoot, shoot, shoot. And I couldn't shoot because I couldn't stop staring at him. And I was like thinking about the dream. And then, finally I popped him. But he was like, why didn't you shoot? I was like, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was frozen.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, that's the second
Was it
one.
just like, it was just a beautiful moment?
Yeah, it was beautiful. And then like when I ran up to him, I teared up because like I worked so hard for 2 weeks trying to get to him.
Yeah.
And it's different. Some people hate that type of stuff, but if you look up the history behind the hunt and what they're doing, the only animals that they take are the ones that are like causing problems, that are like they can no longer produce for the herd.
Right.
So they don't let you shoot young bulls that are still producing for the herd.
No, and I feel like for that, everyone's got their thing. Everyone's got their cup of tea, and I think as long as it's not causing someone direct harm, why not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but it was part of Native Americans, and then from years on, it was just part of.
We ate everything that we
right?
Exactly. Everything, and the rest of the stuff we gave to like a children's orphanage, and then some villages in Botswana.
Yeah, exactly.
So we did good while we were out doing.
That's cool, man.
Back to the, my growth. For the next 2 years after Crew was born, we had Sailor. And everything was good, becoming a better dad, going to church more often, getting in the church, business is getting better, relationships getting better. And then, and then we moved to Kentucky, and then I had this opportunity where, I got a job working for Discount Tire as a marketing manager, senior marketing manager. So I left there, and they transferred me to Florida. Then COVID happened. I'm like, dude, I just can't stand people anymore. So I'm like, so I sell my company, and I stopped working at Discount Tire, and then we have another kid, and then.
And this you already moved here?
Yeah, I've already moved here now at this point. I have another kid, and then I've kind of like fallen away from the church because my home church is back there, and there's no we haven't found the church here that we like. So I've fallen away. So I start going through depression a little bit. I start packing on some weight. You remember when I was chubby? So I started packing on some weight, and then I kind of spiral in like this little depression thing. Business is still going good because my entrepreneurship is good, but my foundation's weak.
Okay.
My faith is weak.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to become like not a good dad as much anymore. I'm so focused on the finance part,
Yeah.
And I feel like
and the pressure of all that, right?
In order to be good, you got to have great foundation, which is your faith and your family, and then your finances and your fitness. Those are 4 good pillars for a great foundation.
Yeah.
And then I really started seeing some changes in my business, dude, when I started taking care of my body again, and I started getting back in shape, and I started lifting, and I started walking, running, and dropping body fat percentage. I have goals. My goals is to be healthy, but not just because I want to be healthy, but I want to put on I was a fat slob, dude. I don't want my kids to see me and go, oh, my son's a fat slob. I want my kids to
aspire to
be me. I want them to want to be me, and one of my kids was like pat me on my belly and tell me I had a big belly, bro. And I was like,
get the fuck off me, man. I'm going to gym.
Dude, it hurt me because I was like, man, what if he grows up to be like this? I don't want my kid.
I think that it's part of what is okay to be true.
And people say, listen, I'm going to say this, and if feelings get hurt, your feelings get hurt, but it's just your feelings. But it's not rude to be factual and to tell the truth. Mm-hmm. If you got somebody that loves you and you're accountable, and they tell you, hey, you're fat. If you're fat, you're fat.
Yeah.
That's not rude to say that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's rude to be fat. Now, if you choose to be fat and that's your life, okay, well then you have to be acceptable when somebody calls you fat.
Right.
But if you want to make a change throughout that process, you don't want to be called fat anymore.
Right.
Make a change.
Right.
So I did, and if you're broke, you're broke. Bro.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to make a change, get out there and hustle, make some money.
Yeah, make some money, make it work.
I don't like when people make excuses and say, hey, I can't make money. There's nothing to do out here.
I can't lose weight. I can't. Right, exactly.
I started this thing, 3 months ago. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go from 22% body fat to 10, and I'm gonna do it in 90 days. That's rough, dude.
Yeah.
It's a lot rougher than I thought.
Yeah.
I'm grinding. I'm grinding. I went from 22. Today was 16.4.
Dude, nice. That's fantastic.
That's a grind. Great.
Yeah,
that's still a grind.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, you still got to do stuff. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's the point. It's like I feel like if you want something, right? Obviously, you got to surround yourself with the right type of thought influence.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, you have to act. You have to do, right? And so, like, for me, I feel like there's got to be enough value on the feeling to make you act.
Absolutely.
Right. So if like you're like, I don't want my kids to call me fat and look this way, that gives you enough value, like emotional drive, to get the fuck up and go do something about it. Right. And I feel like for each person it's a little bit different in terms of like what is that and how much do you value that, and then from there, like if you decide to do something, how much of it are you going to be committed to get to the point that then positive reinforces you to keep doing it? Because sometimes it gets hard. Like the grind gets hard, and you're like, do I keep going, or is this where I stop? Is this where I get off?
Do you think that commitment and dedication are the same thing?
My first reaction is no.
Yeah.
Right. What do you?
I think when you
give me the perspective.
You make a commitment to do something. You say, "Hey, I'm going to do it." When you dedicate yourself to it, when you dedicate your time to it, it's continual. And like I think that there's a huge difference. They're synonyms.
Commitment and dedication.
They're like, but you committed to do something. That's one commitment, right?
Yeah.
When you're dedicating, this is a complete change. You're dedicating yourself to this thing.
Yeah, I can see. I can see the difference of the tone for sure. The meaning.
I have dedicated myself to being more healthy, and I promise you, when it comes to like business, I mean, I do it with you. I look at Wilson and I'm like, yeah, this dude takes care of his body, so I know he's dedicated.
Yeah.
Which means he's probably dedicated at work.
Yeah.
And he's probably a dedicated friend, and he's probably a dedicated family member.
Yeah.
So
100%.
People have taken my business more serious because they see me grinding. They see the TikTok, they see the videos I'm making working out, they see the Instagram videos of me working out. And I haven't dropped a lot of mortgage content lately, but it's coming. But I want people, like, I'm gonna start tying in those 4 foundations. The first is the fitness, and then you're gonna see like my faith is every day. So let me say faith. First is faith,
right?
And then my fitness, you start seeing that, and then you start seeing you see my family all the time. You're gonna see my finances increase because I'm taking care of those 3.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I don't rely on those 3 pillars to make my finances. I go grind.
Yeah.
I do what other people aren't going to do. I do the cold calls. I call the agents that people aren't calling. I take them the coffee. I do the hard loans.
Yeah.
I do the hard mortgages that other people want to do.
Yeah.
I treat the veterans better than anybody else. Like there's big companies like Veterans United and Navy Federal who say they take care of veterans. Nobody's going to take better care of a veteran than me. I promise you. If somebody gets a loan, if you get a loan estimate that says, hey, this is your stuff, yada, 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 and you're a veteran and you bring it to me, I'm beating that. I promise you. I won't let nobody take care of a veteran better than me. If I have to do the loan for free, I'm doing it because I want to help that veteran so much.
Yeah. Awesome.
But all of this started and transcended from having my faith and going and then thinking, okay, my son thinks I'm fat. Am I being a good leader for my son? Right?
Yeah.
My son wants to be a professional soccer player.
Awesome.
So am I leading a good fitness example?
Yeah.
Being fat, not being able to run with him, not being able to take care of myself. Do I look like a strong husband? Like, I've always been jacked, right?
Yeah, big body.
So a big body. So like when I go in places, sure, Brittany feels protected. She's got a 6'1", 290-pound husband with shoulders like a gorilla.
Yeah.
You know, like she,
still a gorilla.
Yeah, still a gorilla.
Just a fucking
240 now though.
16% body fat gorilla.
So like, I'm sure she felt protected.
Yeah.
But like, now she's like, okay, I know I'm protected.
Yeah.
Because now he's moving, his body's active. Like, she knows it now, and I set the example. Cool. And my wife is working out, you know, and my kids are working out, and so they know that you have to take care of your body, God's temple, right? Yeah. And sometimes you might have to pick up slack for other people, right? Yeah. So you need to make sure that you're okay and you're physically fit, or if something happens in a dangerous scenario, if out there in that water,
something happens.
If there's an undertow and it takes my kid out there,
you're going.
I'm swimming out there.
Yeah, right.
A year ago, I would have swam out there, and we both would have lost.
Yeah, right.
Now I'm gonna swim out there, and I'm getting my son back.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great example, like real world example.
Yeah. So.
And that makes a difference, right? That makes a difference in terms of how you feel, what you're doing. and then what you're doing with your business.
This all started in a barbershop. You remember that?
Did it?
Me and you
Us
each
talking?
other? Yeah.
No, remind me, over here?
Yeah, we were starting up. We came into a barbershop together, and
was he doing my beard? Was he doing my beard? What was he doing?
Yeah, he was doing your beard and lining up the sides.
Yeah,
and,
right. Oh yeah, that's right.
We were just chatting back and forth, and then I said, I was like, yeah, man, I'm trying to start a podcast. He's like, yeah, I'm doing a podcast too, or I'm about to start one. And then we were like, man, we should just stay in touch. This is got to be 2 years ago.
We did, man. Yeah. And then we saw each other again at the tattoo place.
Tattoo place, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just kept growing and growing and growing. Like, man, we need to stay in touch. We need to stay in touch. And I'm glad we're finally doing it.
Yeah, dude, it's great. It's great to hear your story, man. It's actually fucking incredible, honestly. It's great, and this is what it is, man. I just want to build this with people that just share their story. Like, what is it? What they've come through.
I love seeing your growth, dude. Like watching the Cali project. Like, I root you guys on. You know, it's hard to watch like everybody's podcasts and stuff like that. I'm a busy dude, and I'm not making excuses. I'll put my eyes on some of them. I promise you. But like, it's like just seeing your growth, seeing your ads out on Facebook, and seeing that you're making moves.
Thanks, man.
I'm stoked for you, bro. Like,
Thanks,
you're genuinely a nice dude. You're caring. You want to hear people's stories. You use people's stories to help other people, and that is so loving, bro.
Thanks, bro.
So loving. You're taking our negatives, creating so much positivity.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Give me some of this.
Yeah. So, I mean, where I'm at now, every Tuesday, I go to this thing called Transform. It's very similar to what I want to do with the 4S: finances, fitness, faith, and family.
Yeah.
Theirs is finances. They say relationships instead of family, and faith, and they call it something else, but it's the same basis. But like I'm surrounded by 150 dudes every Tuesday that break up into small groups, and my faith is back renewed. It's strong. I'm doing church online. I haven't found a walk-in every Sunday church, and sometimes I can't do it because my son plays extremely competitive soccer, so we're traveling for him, and that's important for me as a father to invest in my son to go do that and be at those games.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome that he's picking soccer too. It's it's an amazing sport,
dude. I hated it growing up. I was like, this is such a
me
stupid
too.
sport.
And people talk shit on it. Like back in our era, it was like these fairies playing soccer, and it's like.
And then you go watch it, and you're like, dude, this is intense, bro.
It's such a beautiful game. So yeah, it's cool. Yeah, keep feeding that fuel. Like I would say, just keep feeding that fuel, and because again, everything that you've wanted is what you have the opportunity to give now. You know? So
absolutely,
it's a great it's another cycle now. This is a different cycle that you can keep fucking pushing, and now your kids, turn out.
It's always positive growth, man. And I tell my kids every day, I say, hey, I love you, but more important than your love, I just want you to be. I used to say be better than me. Yeah. But now I just say be better than you were yesterday.
Yeah, I love that.
Constant growth, man. Constant growth, but also know that you're always enough the way you are today. Yeah. You're always enough. Never get comfortable.
Yeah, I love that.
But you are enough.
Yeah, I love that.
And so I do that with my veterans too. Through Operation 22, helping 22 veterans.
Talk a little bit about that.
So this Saturday, man, I know it's last minute. I don't know if you got time, but this Saturday I have our first annual Ruck March. It's in New Smyrna. It's from 11 to 3 at the De La Mater House. Okay. I'll shoot you some info on it later if you can make it. If not, it's fine. But what we're doing is we're trying to bring awareness to PTSD, some of the stuff I've struggled with, and that so many other veterans will struggle with.
Yeah. Hey everyone, Wilson here, your spiritual hype man, and just a quick shout out to our sponsors, Boney Booty Beach Rental. Thank you guys for sponsoring this episode and providing the chairs. If you guys need chairs and don't want to lift a finger, check out BoneyBootiesBeachRentals.com.
22-year war in Afghanistan and Iraq. 7,000 people were killed in action. 7,000 people were killed in action, but since that war, 22 veterans a day. Over 150,000 veterans have committed suicide since that war started.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and where is the attention for that? Mm-hmm. Like some people, they hear that stat and they're like, it's got to be made up.
Yeah, right.
Nah, go look at it. 22 a day.
Yeah,
the war ended 2 years ago. People are still doing that. Actually, it's increased. It's more than 22 a day today. Yeah. So what are we doing to make a change? And is the VA enough? No. Right. I will say the VA has made great strides to try and change things. Yeah. It's been a lot better, but sometimes it's not the therapist that they need. It's not sitting in the room. It's not sitting in group settings or whatever. Sometimes it's what I do with the dudes. So I take veterans to do a fun event get their mind kind of clear. You know, we go hiking, we go fishing, we go hunting, deep sea fishing, golfing.
Cool.
Something where I got you for a long time.
Yeah.
And then we do exactly what you and I are doing right now.
Love it.
And then they can share those stories.
Yeah,
they can share that vulnerable past. You know, they can be real.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to judge them for what they did.
Yeah.
And then they go through this phase of accountability. Okay, listen, I know you did this. I know you're struggling with this. It's time to fix it with this.
Yeah.
You know, and so we start off, you know, with stories, because I believe that every veteran story needs to be told.
Yeah.
And then right after the story, we start the healing.
Yeah.
And the healing is just showing some love to that brother, being there when they need a phone call to pick up, and man, sometimes just a text, hey bro, thinking about you.
Yeah.
We're rebuilding this community of veterans that were once heroes that think they're nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
And reminding them that they're still heroes,
yeah.
and trying to push them to get better so they can be better fathers, because you were once a warrior for our nation, and sometimes you can't even be a warrior for your family.
Yourself when you come back, yeah.
That's rough, man.
Yeah.
So I've dedicated as much time as I can to helping these veterans. So, you know, as you know, we went on a 70-day spree where he left Thanksgiving of last year, and we went in all the way up to February of this year. We traveled around. We helped 114 veterans in 32 different states. We did a loop around the U.S., and it was the most amazing, life-changing moment I've ever had in my life. Me, 4 boys, and 2 dogs, and my wife in a 38-foot RV for 70 days traveling, not knowing, no plan whatsoever.
Yeah.
The plan got ruined day 1.
Okay.
Yeah, the plan was 22 states, 22 veterans.
Yeah.
We had to keep the number going.
Yeah, right.
And then, you know, we get out there, and as we're doing everything, the first stop we had was terrible, man. Like, the first stop we had, the veteran that I was supposed to meet with, wouldn't answer my phone call. I waited there all day, wasted an entire day sitting in a Walmart parking lot in that RV.
Yeah.
And my wife is like, dude, let's just go to the next spot. And I'm like, no, it's gonna ruin everything. And I'm like, I'm angry.
Yeah.
You know, like,
they get upset.
and she's like, honey, we'll find another veteran. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go inside and get an energy drink. I'm not feeling right. So I go inside. I got my head down. I'm listening to some music, and I'm beating myself up. And I'm like, I'm talking to God, but I don't talk to God. When I pray, I don't like, dear God, thank you so much for this world. He knows I'm thinking, bro. When I talk to God, I'm like, bro, give me clear vision. Help me out. Like, I talk to him like he's my friend, because like, that's who I am, bro. So I'm like, bro, help me out, man. Like, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Like, and I have, you know, this tattoo right here, some jump wings, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, send me something, dude. And I go across the Walmart parking lot, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get some popsicles for the kids. They're doing good. So I go in the freezer aisle. Long story short, I forgot the popsicles. But I go in the freezer aisle. I see this symbol on a hoodie.
Yeah.
Ain't a lot of people got that symbol.
Right.
So I'm like, I beeline over to him. Hey, dude, Marine Corps or Navy? He goes, Marine Corps. I go, bro. I show him. He's like, Navy? I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro. And I'm like, listen, man. I was like, I'm traveling the country. I'm just trying to help veterans. I was like, can I just walk with you and hear your story? I don't have no recording device. I don't have nothing. I was like, can I just walk? He said, bro, I just finished shopping. I was like, just till the end. That's how as you ring up, you know, I'll just leave. So everything changed at that moment. I had ideas to help certain veterans. And I'm just hearing his story. We're just walking up to the counter. And I ask him deep questions to pull out deep stuff. And this dude looks at me and like tells me, he's like, man, I haven't talked about this. And you know, he works on the SWAT team in Panama City. He's like, I haven't talked about this with a lot of people, so I don't feel super comfortable with it. And I was like, man, just anything, just humor me. And so we get to the checkout, and it's self-checkout. He's like telling me story as he's scanning stuff, and then I pull out my credit card and I just swipe and I pay for his stuff. And I pay for his groceries.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you doing? Why'd you do that? And I was like, because I love you, dude.
Damn.
And I was like, I know you have to get home to your wife, but can I borrow 20 minutes of your time? Sit on the back of my truck. We'll drink these 2 sodas. I put 2 sodas on there, pay for stuff. We'll drink these 2 sodas. We got to finish this. Sit on the back of my truck. 20 minutes turned into 2 hours. We've been to a lot of the same places. This dude told me, he goes, I haven't wore this hoodie since I was in 10 years ago. I put this hoodie on because it's a little brisky outside. No one knows what this hoodie is.
Right.
He was like, and I'm literally begging, God, please send me somebody.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Man.
Me and this dude.
Yeah, you got a gift, bro.
Me and this dude sitting out there. I'm going to share his name because he actually said I could use his name. It's Timothy Manson. Is one of the
Shout out to Timothy Manson.
Coolest dude in the world. Met him in Chipley, Florida. And, dude, he changed.
Oh, wow.
Also, look how heavy I was there.
Yeah.
But he changed my complete...
Cool, man.
Like, that's us sitting on the back of the porch. I didn't know Brittany took pictures, but
that's
on
awesome.
the back of the truck. But like, he changed my complete thought for the rest of the trip. I said, I'm gonna help the 22 I planned, but I'm gonna talk to every veteran I see.
Oof.
So that's all the hours of footage and then voice memos that I have.
Oh, wow.
I've got to get.
Yeah,
somehow.
you gotta get it out, bro.
I got some testimonials that need to go on the website. I got to talk to Chinzo Does Web so he can help fix some of my stuff on my website. But
does was the mission to help and then help them with mortgages if they need it, or was it sort of like get their stories, do their thing, and then also if they needed help with mortgages?
No. So Operation 22 has nothing to do with mortgages.
Oh, got it.
It's like I use my mortgages when I close a loan.
Yeah.
That's how I fund Operation 22.
Yeah, right.
We're taking donations. We're trying to get 10,000 people to give $10 a month.
Yeah.
Operation22.com.
Let's go.
Plug.
Yeah, that's right. Of course. Yeah, we'll put your link out there too. Okay, cool. So Operation 22 is to help listen to the stories.
Yep.
Get people the right influence if they need it.
Right.
And help them on their journey.
Yep. I've taken so many counseling classes, so I could like be there, be a peer that can counsel them, talk to them through scenarios. And if it's something I feel like I can't help with, or if they need medication, I have local people here, but I have people all the way across the U.S. now that I can send them to the right person. I can hook them up with the right people at the VA to do the things that I can't do. But there's a certain niche for people that are like me who just needed that brotherhood and that camaraderie that they felt like they lost. They just need to hop on a motorcycle for the weekend and ride it out. Have lunch, chat it out, go back to life, and then reset, do it again next month. Go out deep sea fishing, let their mind loose, go fish, tell their story, get it out. And sometimes they can't get it all out, bro. You got snippets of my crazy life today. Like, this would take me years to get out everything I want to get out.
Yeah.
But I'm at this point now where I don't mind sharing it. It's not the vulnerability. I'm just real, and I want people to know that, like, no matter where you come from, you can be a change in your own life, and you can stop that secular thing that keeps happening behind you. You can be the change for the rest of your family, man. Like shout out to Gandhi, man. Be the change you want to see in this world, right?
That's right.
Like, you have to be somebody. You have to be somebody that you want in your life.
Yeah.
You create your own happiness.
Yeah.
And then you share that happiness with everybody else. My wife will tell you, bro, it's not my job to make her happy.
Right.
She has to be happy on her own.
Yeah.
Go do what makes you happy. I do what makes me happy. We share our happiness.
Yeah.
Luckily, motorcycles is a thing that makes us both happy.
Yeah, cool.
Watching our kids play soccer makes us both happy. We have like events that we do. But if my wife was like, hey, I want to go get my nails done and go play bingo with Shirley Temple from whatever, I don't care. Whatever. If she did something and I'm not into it, I'll be like, hey, sure. Do I have to go?
Yeah.
No? Okay, cool. I want you to go have fun.
Yeah, go enjoy.
Yeah, go enjoy. And then you come back, tell me how much you enjoyed it.
Yeah, right.
Like if I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go ride with my boys, and it's probably gonna be a faster ride, she'll be like, nah, I'm gonna hang back.
Yeah, right.
But if I was like, hey, we're just going to cruise, she's like, yeah, I'm coming.
I'm in, right.
So if I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go play basketball with the boys, or hey, I'm gonna go throw football with the boys, or I'm gonna go lift, or do something. There's certain things she would want to come do, like pickleball. If I say I'm gonna play pickleball, she's gonna be there.
Yeah, right.
And some of my boys be like, hey, I just need boys time. Hey.
Yeah, right.
Can't do it.
Right.
Like there are certain lines that I draw in the sand. I have my happiness. I'm a happy dude.
Yeah.
I share it with my wife first, and then everyone else.
Yeah, I think that's important. It's like, as a couple, you said it. You just have to find your own happiness, and then as a couple, figure out what that is and be okay with it.
Yep.
And then do what you do together. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All right, so take me through. So we're gonna wrap this one up. We'll be here all day. So take me through. If someone's going through something similar, whether they grew up, in that manner with, missing the parents, wanting that level of parents, maybe even just thinking of, obviously things are crashing down and they're thinking of a potential suicide. Like, what is something that you can provide back, or even talking to some of these veterans, like what would you give back? And then I have 3 questions to finish this off.
Okay. So first and foremost, you have to find yourself, like what in you makes you happy, so happy that doesn't bother you anymore, because the decisions that your parents made to want to separate themselves from you or to be the way they were, those are unchangeable circumstances in a past that you can't change. So you could choose to forgive them, or you can hold on to it and bear it for the rest of your life, and it's going to dig into you until you do forgive. So it's better to just do it early and hope that they change than try to do it later and expect them to change, because they're not going to change until people see the true meaning. Your parents might not know what unconditional love is. Right. And unconditional is the most important thing in any relationship. When you do things not expecting it, like you're like, hey Steve, I need you to help me move this. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I don't expect pizza or beer or gas money, or I'm helping you. I don't expect you to come help me when I need it. Yeah. I'm just doing it because that's me. I'm unconditionally loving you. Yeah. When you have that in your life and you act on it, you can see people around you change. But you can't force people to change. You can't force your parents to love you. You can't force your past to change. But what you can do is stop all of that from happening by being better for the next generation, your kids coming up. And if you don't have kids, just be a loving individual to everyone else. Be what you wanted your parents to be. Yeah, I agree. On that too. It's like there was moments for me that I realized, like, I was only looking at the perspective as me, right? I was like, man, I wish I had this type of growing up, or if she was a little bit more, not so physically mental abusive, like a mental. But then I realized, I was like, you know what? I'm holding on to this, and it created a lot of resentment for me. But then I realized, I was like, wait a minute, let me just take a second and like put myself in her perspective. And then I played out everything that she went through. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't think I would have done equal or better. So I understand, and I accept. Like, it was a moment where I called her. I was like, look, no worries. Like, I love you from this day forward. You don't need to apologize. I forgive you for whatever it is. And then that was it. It was just switching the perspective of like understanding, like, what did she grow up with? What were the decisions she made at that time, at that age? What was she going through? And then I asked myself, do you think I would have done better? And when I realized that, like, I probably wouldn't have, I was like, even if I would have, right? Like, in that moment, it just gave perspective to her as far as like what she went through and why she did certain things, and not having the level of awareness and consciousness to understand what she was doing, right, affecting the kiddo, right? Like affecting me as the kiddo. So that was my aha too, and that I was 33 when that happened. So it took me a minute, bro. It was to get me to, there was an awakening, an epiphany there, because I had so much resentment. And even if we talked certain times, like there'd still be blowouts and be like, all right, go fuck yourself, and then we'd hang up on each other. And since then, it completely has changed the relationship whatsoever. So I think that's important. I think exactly, you nailed it. Just be that change. Yep. And also not expect, right? Because I feel like that was another thing growing up. It's like with her, it's like if she did something and you didn't equal the doing back, it was always like,
fuck that person. I can't believe they didn't. Look what I did for them, and it's crazy because part of that, it's like looking back at me, I'm like, fuck, that was something that, initially inside me, was just the influence where it was just like, this is what natural is, so it just became a thing. So, yeah, it's, hearing your story, it's amazing to share that people can hear, or it's amazing that you can share it, so for people to hear if they are going through something similar, whether it's a parent or not, or even, a loved one, whether it's, your wife, husband, boss, brothers, just anybody in a relationship, right, that you're connected to. What about if someone needs, to seek help, or if they're thinking like there's no other way out than crossing that bridge?
Man, so if you ever feel like you're gonna commit suicide, ever, reach out on operation22.com or call my cell phone 386-627-6400. I will come to you. If you're a veteran, 811 is that's the number for suicide hotline. There are people that want to see you. Tomorrow needs you. Tomorrow needs you. Like it's just one more day. Just go to sleep. Like if I could tell everybody, anybody, anything, just go to sleep. Wake up. Tomorrow it might not be way better, but it won't be as bad as it was
in that moment.
Yeah. Go to sleep and try it again. It's not worth losing your life over, because you don't just hurt yourself when you take your own life. You hurt so many people around you, because there are people that care, and you feel like, I think most people are like me, and they feel like, people don't care, and like I had to shift my perspective. Going back to my parents, I would think, I try to find the positive, and I'm like, you know what? They didn't teach me how to be great parents, but they taught me how not to be a good parent. Right. So like I use that as a growth thing. And in the military, I tried to do exactly what you're trying to do now, taking your own life. And I'm here right now giving you the cheat code in life. Just go to sleep. Call somebody. Just let it out. Don't be embarrassed to cry. Don't be embarrassed to scream. Dude, if you need a punching bag, I'll be a punching bag for you. But you just need to let whatever is in you out of you. And sometimes it's best done with some melatonin and going to sleep.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's best yelling. And if you need to scream at the top of your lungs at me, I'm okay. And I can put you in touch with so many people that can help you better than I can help you. Situationally, everybody's situational. So like I'll hear everyone's story and be like, hey, perfect, I can help you. Or hey, perfect, I think Jacinia will help you better. Or hey, I think the VA will help you better. Or like there's so many people. Or Susan can help you better. So everyone has a thing. And I've dealt with everything growing up. Sexual trauma, physical trauma, trauma of somebody leaving you. Like I've dealt with all the traumas.
Yeah.
And there's a way out, and you're gonna find happiness, but you have to truly let go and give up everything to something, whether it's just like, I'm just not gonna think about this anymore. I'm just gonna let go. And to me, it's let go and let God.
Yeah.
Right? And when you truly give it all up, it's tough, man. It's rough, because you have to when you do that, you have to expose some of the nasty shit that has happened in your life.
Yeah. And
tell people some of the worst stuff.
Yeah.
About you, some things you did and things were done to you.
Yeah.
Like, that is embarrassing,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Or is it? Because I promise you, I've shared my story with so many people.
Yeah.
Men and women have come to me and be like, yeah, man, I was sexually assaulted too.
Yeah.
There was an uncle, or there was an aunt, or there was a mom or a dad or a grandpa or somebody. It happens. I promise you.
Yeah.
They say that statistic is like 1 out of every 2, but I promise you, it's more like 8 out of every 10.
Yeah.
It's
so the other thing on that is I feel like there's a lot of it's very generational too.
Yeah.
Right. So like I think that was like us growing up, our parents growing up, and even probably more way back when. In terms of like that stuff, especially the sexual assault stuff happening. So I think generational, the more that you talk about it, the more that you can share it with people, the bigger awareness and consciousness around it as like a whole.
Yeah.
And then again, you become better as a parent, and then the child becomes better, which then later on that child becomes a parent and then becomes better. And then that's how you get to a level of like,
tough times create strong people.
Yeah.
And easy times create weak people.
Yeah.
So the tough times that we've all been through, you'll be a strong person, but you gotta learn to like let go and get it off your chest. And it took 33 years for you to get the mom thing gone. 33, 34 years for me to do it too. So
it's hard. It's hard.
It takes time.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's but I feel like life, again, if you're dealing with something like this, I feel like it's absolutely hard. And I'm sure there's, because if you get pushed to that decision making, right? Like that's the point, right? Where you make a decision, you act on these emotions. You're at a place where, I would assume that you just don't think that there's anything else, but there is, right? There is, and you've proven it. Like, you know what I mean? You've proven it.
Still proving it.
Yeah,
Still
exactly. So if anybody else, just know that it is worth it. Like, I know it's hard, but like to live life and to have the ability to continue, and then find people like you, find people that are doing what you're doing, finding that support, that influence to change these thoughts, change the emotion. That's like it's here and it's available and you can do it.
Absolutely.
It's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
All right, ready for my 3 questions?
Yes.
Okay. First question.
Yep.
Biggest regret.
Biggest regret. Not loving my oldest kid, because I don't get that back. Not being there for him in his early years. He gets a lot of love now. Yeah. But he also went through about 6 or 7 years of bad dad. Yeah. And that's enough time. That's enough for him to remember. So that's my biggest regret.
And that's also your driver to become better and do better.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm still tough on him, man, because when your son tells you he wants to be a professional athlete, like, okay, son.
Yeah, you better go do. You got to act.
Now you have to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
And then when you're doing X, Y, Z, so are they. So now you have to start over and do A, B, C again.
Yeah, 100%.
And he.
That would be a good commitment versus dedication. With him.
Yeah. He. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Taking advice from people that. To share another regret, taking advice from people that are not better than you. Like, I'm not taking financial advice. Yeah. If you ain't got,
if you got more money, more zeros in my bank account.
I don't care if you're teaching me how you failed in your relationship.
Yeah.
If you don't have a better, loving, caring relationship than I do, I'm not taking a relationship advice. I don't care if you failed and you know what you did wrong. You don't know what goes on in our house.
Yeah.
I'm looking at those people that have those long, successful relationships for advice.
Yeah.
Parenting. I'm taking parenting advice from nobody.
Right.
And so taking advice from people who aren't the right influence in your sphere is another regret. And people are gonna dismiss you a lot when you stop taking their advice.
Right.
Okay, it's okay. Just realize people are only in your life for seasons.
Yeah. And it's funny how everyone's got an opinion or something in terms of how you should do things. I get it. It's cool. All right, second question. What's one thing that you're most proud of?
Most proud of?
Yeah. And we can say family, because usually it's family and kids, right? So we'll cover that. Yeah. But outside of your family and kids.
Outside of family and kids.
Yeah.
That's rough. I was going immediately to my
I know, right? It's the easy one.
I am most proud of how much I actually love myself now.
That's valid, dude. That's great.
Sometimes like right now, I'm starting to get the abs. I'm taking progress pictures. I'm looking good, but it's sometimes you feel like you have body dysmorphia. I'm not the best. I'm not the great.
Yeah.
I'm at this point where I'm like, bro, I just want to get a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love myself so much that it drives my continuation to want to wake up at 5 a.m. Go hit the weights, go hit the pavement, go run.
Let's go.
So it's...
Dude, I can feel it.
Yeah.
I can feel it. It's great.
It is good.
Hi, Diane. How are you?
Good.
Diane's nice. So Diane actually owns the Bony Booties.
Hey,
yeah.
How are you, Miss Diane?
Diane, we're almost wrapping up. I got one more question, okay? Okay, awesome. And then the last question would be, what are you working on now? What's something that you're changing now and that you're continuously working on right now to get better at?
I think my biggest work now is trying to combine those 4 F's that I'm preaching out to everyone. I want everyone to know that in fitness, your finances and your faith and your family should still be involved. In family, fitness and finances and faith should still be involved. In faith, fitness and finance and family should be involved. And all of those are the same thing. So my business, Simplify Mortgage, is a veteran-owned business. I do every loan. I don't just work for veterans, but I specialize with veterans. But it is a family-owned, faith-based business. And when I say faith-based, it's based on the love that you can pull out of the Bible.
Yeah,
right? I'm not going to preach to you because you get a mortgage from me, but just know that you're going to get real, raw Stephen every time you go. And I might not be there to make you happy, but I'm going to give you the best deal. I'm going to do what I can to make you happy with your transaction, but I'm going to take care of you. And you're like, I want you to know that comes from my faith because I need that so I can take care of my family. And everything is, so I think my continued growth in Simplify Mortgage, Operation 22, and of course, my love for the community, man. I want to keep that growing too. I want let's say, tomorrow, man, something bad happens to me. I want people to go to my funeral and be like, that dude's a change. I want to be like that guy. Or I want to be better than that guy. I want people to say those things. I want to leave behind a legacy for my 4 kids.
Fantastic.
And I want my 4 kids to be built up to be such great men that I know that the Swarner name will live on to be a legacy of kings who shared so much love. And they're gonna fuck up. They're gonna mess up. There's gonna be people that don't like them. There's gonna be people that hate them. But I want to instill those 4 pillars into my kids so they know Wilson doesn't have to love you for you to be successful and be happy. But it would be cool if you could get Wilson to love you.
Right. Based on the person you are, right?
Share love.
And
if you do that, it's very hard to have people hate you. And if they do, it's because they're just they want to be. Haters gonna hate.
Patty says that all the time. She's like, "There's 2 types of people for you, Wilson. They either want to be with you, or they or they don't. She says more. They either want to fuck you or they want to be you. It's one of the two is what she says. But all right,
Patty's smart.
Yeah, Patty's super smart. Shout out to Patty as well. So I appreciate her. Thanks for the time, bro. I think this has turned into a great episode. Thanks for sharing. Faith, family, fitness, finances.
That's right.
Right. That's a beautiful one. I think that's a great one to leave on. So get your stuff together, guys. If you have any thoughts or questions, make sure you reach out to Stephen. Appreciate you again, and don't forget, guys, nothing changes until you do. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Love you, dude.
Peace. Love you too, bro. Yeah, that was a great one. Let's go.